It's another wonderful episode of Techbridge here on Lagos Television, and this is where we put all the dots around the world of technology together to ensure that you have the very best of experience when it comes to deploying technology. We don't want to leave you without knowing what to do with any tool you are exposed to. We want to make sure that you have every knowledge with whatever you have working with you. I am Seyi Fumiola today, and I welcome you to Techbridge today on Lagos Television. So it's a brand new year kind of, or whatever time it is in the year, it's never ending. And there is something that is also important to notice, and that is the fact that this is the time we need to reskill ourselves in various tech tools, in various tech platforms. And if you ask me, we can't just say we want to learn everything. That is very impossible. But we can target our learning to specific areas. And that is what this episode wants to do today. We want to target specific areas. We want to point you in the right direction about which course to learn, which knowledge to acquire to ensure that you have a better year and probably position yourself for better opportunities, because the world is changing and technology is taking different positions at different areas. So stay with me to learn all of this and more. It's still Techbridge on Lagos Television.
Hi guys, my name is Vincent Davose. I'm a network and cloud security expert. Keep watching Techbridge on LTV.
So thanks for staying with Techbridge on Lagos Television. And before that short break, I was talking about the need for all of us to reskill ourselves. And before I delve into the details, I should let you know that learning various skills now doesn't really come with high fees. You don't have to necessarily pay for any of them. There are lots of free platforms online that you can learn any of these skills I'm going to mention today. So it's not going to be a barrier that you don't have the money, you don't have the fund. All it needs is your time, your interest, your willingness, and of course, your dedication to it. If you have that in place, then the device, probably your mobile phone or a laptop, or a system to drive all of this. If you have that in place, then let's go together. So I'll be talking about 5 major areas you should acquire skills when it comes to technology in 2021. We should start well and end well. And one thing about knowledge is the fact that once you have it, it can't be taken away from you. It can't be taken away from you. It's yours and it's yours forever. You can only improve on it as the time goes by. So let's pick it one by one. I'm going to give 5 today, though they are not limited to those 5, but let's pick 5 and see how we fly with that. So the very first one I'll be looking at is the fact that in the year 2021 and beyond, automation is going to take the big space. And when you talk about automation, it is something that has been with us for a while now. But because of what is happening globally, the pandemic and the quest for easy way of doing things, faster way of doing things, and of course, minimizing human intervention in all of these processes, automation begins to gain traction in every area. Name it, every sector needs automation. So if you acquire any skill in this area, you are positioning yourself better, not because of your pocket alone, but because you are going to become more relevant in the tech space. Regardless of what you studied probably in the university or the college, you need to position yourself better for various opportunities as they unfold. So according to Techopedia, automation is the creation and application of technologies to produce and deliver goods and services with minimal human intervention. And that is what trends now. People don't want to do a lot of things. Gone are the days that we have like 5 people doing probably something related, repeating the same process over and over again. With automation knowledge and automation tech tools, you are going to do something faster, easier, and better. So the post reads more. It says that automation is being used in a number of areas such as manufacturing, transport, utilities, defense, facilities, operations, and lately, information technology. So beyond limiting human intervention in all of its processes, it is also important to know that the impact of automation is increasing rapidly both in the software and hardware machine layer. And the implementation of new layer artificial intelligence, that is AI and machine learning, is currently skyrocketing the evolution in this field. So you'll see all of this when the experts talk about things to learn, areas to focus on. When it comes to tech space, automation takes the lead and it can only get better. So if you're looking for courses to learn online today, one of the first you want to consider is automation. That is the first one I'm giving today. So the second one we are picking is AI and machine learning. That is artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI and ML, if you ask me, the way to go about it. So when we see AI coming into play, from the word artificial intelligence, it means it's a process of making things work, think like humans without necessarily imputing new algorithms into them. That sounds very technical, but I'm going to break it down for you. So talking about machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that provides systems the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. It means that machine learning focuses on the development of computer programs that can access data and use it to learn for themselves. It means that when you begin to use your phone, let's pick your mobile device for example. When you use your phone, for example, you see that your keypad has some suggested words for you. And over time, you begin to see that when you are posting or you are chatting, it brings your likely next word and you just tap it instead of typing again. So if, for instance, you always greet someone, good morning, how was your night, hope you rested well, how's the family, you'll discover that by the time you get to that same page another time, you see your keypad telling you all those things. By the time you type good, you see morning next to it, you just tap it. And the next one you're going to say is how. And if you keep tapping, it is artificial intelligence helping you to do things better without necessarily reinventing the wheel. That sounds interesting. So that is a knowledge you must acquire in 2021. And really, artificial intelligence and machine learning are like, should I call them Siamese twins? They move hand in hand, just a thin line of difference between them. But of course, they are something you can learn. And you can start from scratch. It doesn't have to be, you know how to code the entire world. There are simple languages that can help you do this. I don't want to scare you. Don't let anybody scare you that acquiring skills in tech space is only for the intelligence, the efficos, if you ask me. No matter your level, you can acquire all these skills. All we are doing at this point is to ensure that you have all the opportunities for you. And if you are thinking like some other people, they say that in the developed countries, it is actually the people in the tech space that are raking in the dollars into their bank accounts. So if for that motivation alone, you must begin to see how you acquire skills in the tech space when it comes to artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we see that automation, machine learning, artificial intelligence, they work hand in hand, but they have specific areas you can deploy them to. So it means if you are picking any of these three, you're never going to miss it. So if you really want me to break it down better, we say that for artificial intelligence, it means getting the computer to mimic human behavior in some way. And if you really want to talk about machine learning, it's another subset of AI. That is another subset of artificial intelligence. And it consists of the techniques that enable computers to figure things out from the data and deliver AI applications. If you delve into learning about them, you will never regret them. So that is the second one I'm picking. So the program is still Techbridge on Lagos Television. We're talking about the skills to acquire in 2021 and beyond. We're talking about reskilling ourselves to position ourselves better for greater opportunities so that when the opportunities come, we don't find ourselves wanting. Someone said that when opportunities meet preparedness, that is the huge definition of success. So we should prepare for the opportunities so that when they come, voila, we are successful. So the third one I'm picking is cybersecurity skills. So you will agree with me that every developer, every solution provider is moving to the cloud. And because cloud is safer, cloud is easier to reach, cloud is universal. So it brings a whole lot of us into the cloud. If you ask me, we'll say that the cloud is getting more crowds day by day. So we need to consider security. So it means that if you pick any skill, if you pick any course around cybersecurity, you're not going to miss it, especially those ones for the cloud, because most of the solutions we have now are cloud-based. And if you're developing yourself in this area, if you are so particular about reskilling for 2021 or reskilling for the future, I tell you the future is here. Cybersecurity is one of the skills you should acquire. And if you ask me, that is the way to go. So that is the third one, cybersecurity skills. Thanks for staying with Techbridge on Lagos Television. I've been talking about the skills to acquire for 2021 and beyond, the skills to make us position ourselves better for greater opportunities in the tech space and more, and of course, smile to the bank. So I'm picking the next one, and that is talking about virtual reality and augmented reality. I might not be able to give you the specific details you need to probably motivate you enough to study this, but trust me, if you pick this course, you are never going to regret learning it, because it is one of the skills that trends at the moment, and of course it can only get better. So virtual reality and augmented reality, for you to understand how it works better, I'm just going to pick some examples of areas of deployment of this kind of technology. The very first place you have it is the enhancement of navigation systems, and in a way that superimpose a route over the live view of the road. That is the first example. The second example is during football games, broadcasters use AR to draw lines on the field to illustrate and analyze plays. And you'll probably be familiar with that if you're a football fan. You see that when a playback comes, you see a kind of 3D layer on your screen that shows probably the distance. Probably they want to pick an offside. It calculates the distance and makes sure that you have an accurate information of how it is. Gone are the days where we only rely on the referees to give us any judgment they have. Now we have AR coming to rescue in this area. So you're getting it better. So the third example you can have is that military fighter pilots see an AR projection of their altitude, speed, and other data on their helmet visor, which means they don't need to waste focus by glancing down to see them. It brings what is virtual to our reality from the word virtual reality. They sound like two opposite to us really, but eventually it is bringing something more vivid to us. It's an interesting field in the tech space if you ask me, though it takes someone who is really painstaking. But if you're interested in developing yourself in that line, that is something you can't miss in 2021. So it's a skill I will encourage everybody to acquire around AR and VR, that is augmented reality and virtual reality. That is the number 4. So I'm picking the very fifth one for this show today, and just as a way of recap, I've talked about automation, I've talked about artificial intelligence and machine learning. I've also talked about the fact that you need to give attention to augmented reality and virtual reality. So I'm picking this one, and that is talking about product managers. No matter how you see the tech space, there is always a place for product managers, because when we develop all these solutions, there should be someone that is skilled enough to help us manage them well, and not just someone that is without any tech space knowledge. So this is something that I could call it the backbone of managing all the solutions you deploy. So if I develop a solution, for example, and I have Mr. B, C, and D develop solutions, eventually we might not be good managers of these products. We will eventually need someone who is knowledgeable enough to know where and where to sell these products, who and who uses these products, and eventually how to make them buy into it. So I'm advising, encouraging you to take up any course around product management, because it is the way to go. So I've given 5 today. Because of time, I might not be able to pick some more. We've not talked about data science. Data science is another one that trends, and you can just pick that up. So pick all those 5 and check them up online, read more. Eventually, I'm just giving teasers, encouragement, motivation. So you need to read them more and see various sites that you can pick them from. You can go to Coursera. There are lots of courses you can pick there. Even Google has some courses in this area and lots more. Just Google them, chrome them. Virtual courses for 2021, or tech courses, or top tech courses for 2021. Any word, any keyword that you use, you'll see them popping up, and you can just begin to learn at your pace within all these platforms. So it's still Techbridge on Lagos Television. Thanks for staying with Techbridge on Lagos Television. I've been talking about the need for every one of us to reskill ourselves in the tech space. And if you missed any of the points I've mentioned, I'm just going to do a recap. I picked like 5 different areas we can reskill ourselves, we can position ourselves better in the tech space. I talked about automation, I talked about artificial intelligence and machine learning. I also picked cybersecurity skills for the cloud. And fourthly, I picked augmented reality and virtual reality. And lastly, I picked product management. All of these courses are available online. You can learn them free online. There are various platforms. I can't just exhaust them on this show, but I encourage you to just take your device now, look them up and see the one that interests you. Trust me, you are not going to regret learning any of them because they will constantly be relevant in the world that we are now. That's our show today. Many thanks for staying with us. Remember that you can connect with Techbridge on Facebook, that is Techbridge LTV, and on YouTube, we are Techbridge LTV as well. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can have a prompt of this fresh episode and all other previous episodes. So till some other time, keep innovating, keep achieving more, keep leveraging on technology. I am Sheyi from Yola today. Bye for now.